Hey everybody, welcome to Britpop Reaction. Me, BP1 and BP2 over there. Today
Here we
we're
are.
bringing you a video, an informational video on
Indeed.
the SR-71. A pilot, Brian Shaw, tells us a bit of a story about it. So how's this one come around?
This is from our lovely friend on the channel, James the Hawk Hawkins, retired Apache pilot. If you haven't seen the video that he sent us in regarding how to fly or what it's like to be an Apache pilot, do check that out in our playlists. But he sent us this
definitely.
in a little bit of a note he put in the email. This is a bit of military humor and a true story about the crew of an SR-71 spy plane. It might be a good little background on the creation and capabilities of the SR-71 prior to watching, since not everybody knows what it's all about. SR-71 Blackbird spy plane. We were looking to do a full-on sort of follow-up reaction to that SR-71, so we'll see how much info this gives away, and then decide if we're going to follow it up with a
just to see it, I guess. Yeah. All right. We haven't subscribed already, and you like these types of videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button. It's free to come with us on Britpop React. Just hit the subscribe button. Lots of different videos on the channel. We release one every day, so you can always see. Maybe it's your cup of tea, maybe it's not.
If it's not, try the day after. Might be that one.
Never know. All right, let's keep
cup of tea.
Keep going. We haven't started yet. Let's get into it. So this is on Stitch's Loft YouTube channel. Okay. LA Speed Check, true story from SR-71 pilot.
It's called the LA Speed Story, and it was just a story about one day it was really cool being SR-71 pilot. Walter and I were doing a training mission around the United States where you just were building up hours and time, and we take off out of Beale, hit a tanker in Idaho, rip on up to Montana, zip across Denver, hang a right turn in Albuquerque, out over Los Angeles, up to Seattle, back into Sacramento. 2 hours, 21 minutes.
I mean, that thing is just so...
And you just do that you do it backwards, and you hit a tanker. It was just to gain crew coordination, build your hours. We're on our last training mission. We're over Tucson. I can see downtown LA from Tucson. We're at 89,000 feet. I can see the whole western United States bathed in a warm October fall glow. I can see the chain of Rocky Mountains from Canada to New Mexico. I could just see the most beautiful picture laid at my feet, and the air as smooth as glass. Not a gauge moving in the cockpit. It was perfect. Now I'm thinking, we bad. And I feel sorry for Walter because he has to monitor 5 radios in the back seat, so I flipped the switch up just to listen. And LA Center is they control all, when you fly Southwest Airlines, their guys controlling everybody. But we're above controlled airspace. So they have us on their scope, but they're not talking to us. Now there's controllers all over the country. Jacksonville Center, Chicago Center, Seattle Center, you know. It's the same guy. They all talk the same. And it's really cool the way they talk because they make you feel important as a pilot. They don't just say, yeah, okay, here's your thing. They make you feel really cool. So sure enough, this was pre-GPS days. Some Cessna guy has to know his ground speed. LA Center, Cessna, November Tango Alpha. You got a ground speed readout for us? Now Center would like to say, who cares, get off free. But no, he'll talk to him like he's John Glenn. Cessna November Alpha, we show you 90 knots, 90 knots on the ground. And they do that sing-song, but that's how they talk. And it makes you feel kind of cool. Right after that, a twin Bonanza came up to pimp the guy for speed, I guess, and LA Center, Twin Beach, whatever, you got a ground speed readout for us? And Center likes it, God, it's Friday, why me, God, please, just get off free. But he's going to talk to him like he's Air Force One. Twin Beach, we show you 121, 20 knots on the ground. And right after that, a Navy F-18 out of Lemoore popped up on frequency. And you knew it was a Navy guy because he talked really slick on the radio. Center Dusty 5-2 speed check. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. Dusty 5-2 has a ground speed indicator and that $1 million F-18 cockpit. It's right there in the heads-up display. Why is he calling Center to broadcast his speed? I get it. We are just the meanest, baddest, fastest military jet in the valley today. We're taking our little Hornet jet over Mount Whitney and ripping across Death Valley. We want everyone from Fresno to the coast to know what real speed is. And you can almost hear a little glee in the controller's voice, like, we have put an end to this. Testy 5-2, we show you 620, 620 knots across the ground. And it was that across the ground. See, that little knife, like, I hope nobody else has the nerve to get on frequency now. And there wasn't an airliner from Seattle to San Diego that wanted to be next on Freak. It's sort of an etiquette thing amongst flyers. And a 12-year-old was reaching for the mic button.
12-year-old.
And I thought, oh, no, wait, Walter's in charge of the radios. I flew single seat all those years, but I'm in the family model now. And
in the family model?
No, it's the Navy. They must die. They must die now. And I thought, no, but if I do, I'll upset Walter, and I want us to be a good crew. And at that moment, I heard a click of the mic button in the back seat. Ladies and gentlemen, Walter and I became a crew at that moment.
That's brilliant.
In his best innocent voice, LA Center, Aspen 30. Have you got a ground speed readout for us? You could almost hear a collective gasp on Freak, like, oh, the poor fools didn't hear the previous transmissions. Oh, they got crushed like a grape. It's just a pilot thing. But Center had to give you that same voice. Aspen 30, we show you 1,992 knots across the ground.
Across the ground.
What I knew I was going to like Walter a lot is when he came back and said, Center, we're showing a little closer to 2,000. Ladies and gentlemen, we did not hear another transmission on that frequency all the way to the coast. The king of speed lived, the Navy had been flamed, and a crew had been formed. For just a moment, it was absolutely fun being the fastest guys on the block.
Wow.
That's a great story, isn't it?
I mean...
Oh, and that's them too, is it, there?
Look at that. I mean, yeah, basically astronauts up there, aren't they?
Yeah.
We'll definitely follow up with the SR-71 in our next one, because 2,000 knots across the land. I mean how... that.
Yeah. We need to see this thing in action, don't we, really?
Yes.
And find out a little bit more about it, because, I mean...
It's like something out of Thunderbirds, isn't it? It doesn't look real, yet it's flying up there. It was built so long ago. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it next. Thank you, Hawk, for the prompt there and the wonderful little fun story. I mean, those guys must have dined out on that story for years. Brilliant.
What a brilliant story. And you can imagine it happening, can't you, between people? Just takes that one to start and ask, and oh yeah, well, it's me, you know. And the Navy guy keeps on, thinks he is
the
main guy.
Up there.
That's it. I'm done. No one's doing me. And then they come on the radio. So that is such fun.
I love the bit that the 12-year-old in me took over. You know, Go on. Oh, brilliant. Thanks, Hawk.
Cheers for that
great.
one. James,
any funny
brilliant.
stories yourselves as pilots, chuck them in the comments. We will read them, and we will follow up with the SR-71 Blackbird very soon. Cool.
We will indeed. All right, that gives us a thumbs up from us. If you want to be like James and request a reaction, you can always head over to our Patreon site if you want. I'll press the wrong button there, but we have got patreon.com.
Good job he's not in charge of the SR-71, innit? We'd have just been ejected.
You can over to buymeacoffee.com for this Britpop Chat and hit request a reaction. It was good fun, good learning, good story as well. So it's a good setup for the next video for sure. All right, till tomorrow. Goodbye from me.
Bye from him, and adios. Take care out there. Brilliant.
That's over and out.
He's a 20th century boy.